What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Birdhouse Sports Show. As always, this is Son.
And this is Pops. We've been going for a little while, but we back to give that news. That news. Lot going on. Lot going on.
Hey, you may need to bring down that energy because it ain't no good news on that side of the Birdhouse. But anyway,
Well, hey, that was last year. We gotta let that go.
Like you told me, the season's still going on. It ain't over.
Yeah, but it ain't our season.
Hey, y'all, we got a lot to talk about. It's been a while. We're back. But definitely, we're going to go ahead. We're not even going to show y'all the score. We're going to just watch a little clip. It's a silent clip of the whole fourth quarter of what happened between the Ravens and the Steelers. And for those that were living under a rock, this was literally the title for the AFC North between both teams. It literally a playoff before the playoff. And it was a highly anticipated game. I was happy for the NFL that they actually saved this game for a Saturday night. Was a Sunday night matchup. It was all the stars. Everybody was there. But like I said, let's look at the results of everything that transpired. Just to play the clip, like I said, it's going to play in silence. You see, look, Lamar was making things happen. He was doing this thing. He's slinging that ball. Zay Flowers.
Boom.
He was,
yes, sir.
He was balling. You know what I mean?
Yes,
they were a little stale in the first half, but they stepped up in the fourth. And, hey, I'll be real. Both teams stepped up in the fourth on offense. Yes. There was really no defense being played. And I think when y'all lost Hamilton, that was the defense on the Ravens shifted.
Yeah, that was a big loss when the two safeties collided. And he couldn't bounce back, but number 12 bounced back.
Right.
Zay Flowers and Lamar was really hitting off.
Balling.
And even though we in the fourth quarter, Henry did a lot for us to get us that defense pushed up because they was everything predicated to stopping the run.
Yep.
And then Aaron Rodgers, to his credit, he was balling too.
Ooh, that catch by Likely. And here's the thing. I'm going to pause it right quick, right? You see all of everything that was transpiring. Pittsburgh was scoring, right? Ravens was scoring. Lamar was on fire, right?
Yeah.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it 4th and 9? 4th and 7?
4th and 7.
4th and 7.
They just went for everything.
They just went for everything. Game on the line. And, man, Isaiah Likely made one hell of a catch.
It was an alley-oop. It was an alley-oop.
Right.
Lamar threw it in between two defensive players. Likely went up there and got it and came down with it. And it was a beautiful reception. It was a high throw, but it was the throw that was needed to be made for that point. Courage to make it. Lamar was balling in the fourth quarter. The team was stagnant early on, but Henry in the first half got his 100 and something yards, and then they blocked it up, and then it was all Lamar and Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
And they went down there, and the kicker.
Yeah, I'm about this. Oh, he missed.
Yeah. All right.
He missed. Right. No. Finish, because you're right. The Pittsburgh Steelers, he missed the field goal.
Yeah, and no, he missed the extra point.
Extra point. That's right. Yeah. The field goal, extra point.
He missed the extra point, which is the field goal. The extra point, kicking the field goal. It went wide right as well. People were shocked. Everybody was shocked. But what is we going to do? They're going to kick the ball down to us. They kicked the ball down to us. I think we started off at the 25 or something like that.
Something like that,
and then Lamar just went to town. They made a couple of stops.
Balled out.
And then it was like, what are you going to do now? He said, we can't run it from here. And they left it in the star hands.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean?
They definitely balled out. And then here, just to finish this clip, Isaiah Likely just got the catch, right? And this was a crazy game. He gets the catch.
And Sean.
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to tell you, They didn't play that dude all day. They didn't play that dude all day. That's why I think it's a lot of infighting. I'm not I'm a I don't know the gist. They just gave 89 a new 2-year deal or whatever the case may be, 3-year, 2-year. But they was negotiating with Likely. So they wasn't even playing him. He wasn't even in the focus that much. I don't know if he got 3 plays or something. But I think that's his second or first. It could be his second or first play. If I missed it by going to the, whatever. If I missed it by paying attention to something else. But he wasn't a factor all game into that one play.
And hey,
And
that
it
one
all boils down to this final kick,
right. And
and
the rest was
and
history.
the rest was history. And it was sad that Luke is a good kicker. He was 90% all year. He kicked the ball. It seemed like he kicked it like it was no win in the stadium. When you saw the Steelers kicker on the other side of the field go wide right,
Right.
you should have known, well, why, yeah, right, because it couldn't have been left. On the end,
Yeah.
it was a swirl.
Right.
It had to be a swirl, and you knew it was going to come. Even though they asked, I guess they told Lamar, take another snap, bring it down to 2, take a knee, and move it over
To the
center
middle.
base, so to the middle, so he could kick a line drive. He didn't kick hard enough for a line drive. He kicked up in the air, and the ball got taken care of by the wind, by the swirl in the stadium, I believe. No excuses. He missed the kick. It was very sad. Is
And,
that loss.
to me it was miscalculated because my whole thing was like you already knew it was pushing to the right. Why
That's
would you
what I'm
move?
saying. You
Yeah,
could
why
have
would you
picked
move
up
it?
some grass and threw it in the air and saw what projection of the wind was going. So why wouldn't you kick towards the left and let it swerve to the right?
Right, they
And
had it on
and
the
and
right hash. They didn't have to move. It was already on the left
yeah, it
hash
was actually where it needed to
where it
be.
needed to be. It probably would have went
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
So
It should have stayed on the left hash, and it would have moved right into the goal line. But here nor there, we lost. Steelers won. That's a lot of spilled milk, a lot of upset, a lot of shock because he been 90% all year shocked. You know what I mean? No blame. All his job is to kick field goals and extra points, and he came up short. You know what I mean? But we could have played a whole lot better. We played in spurts. We played in the first half. With the third quarter
right, right.
was not too good, and the fourth quarter was like a Hall of Fame battle. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
But
It
to
was
my
crazy.
man Harold, where I do business at, to my man Harold, I had texted him, wished him luck, congratulations on the win. No pun, no foul. His team won, we lost, and I had to give him kudos for that. That's all I had to do. And it's a cat that's a Bronco fan that he be cracking jokes. He be cracking
Right.
jokes on you. I try to be on your birds too, Sean. But pay him no
It's
mind.
all
The
good because they
Broncos
beat
better
us.
do what they gotta
They
do.
beat us. They beat us. So I give him that. He could
Yeah,
talk his smack. They
yeah,
beat
yeah,
us. So you know what I
yeah.
mean. But I would say this right before I get to the next things. We're going to get to Lamar here in a second. This game was also about the narrative in the media, right? One of the big narratives, you kind of heard it all season for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which was Mike Tomlin, right? Mike Tomlin, you've been hearing this job been on the hot seat for the past 4 or 5 years, right? But this was really the first time. You may say you heard it last year, but this was really the first time you heard throughout the season that Jim Harbaugh, especially based on the performance, because the Ravens was predicted to be the Super Bowl champs, and how everything fell apart, right? And yes, injuries played a part, but it was other things you saw that just fell apart that should have been more controlled. and you started hearing rumblings, from the tea leaves that hey, his job might be on the hot seat. So
Well,
when the yeah,
son, sorry to cut you, but
what's
I
up?
give him thanks, man. 18 years, my hat is off to Harbaugh. Thank you for everything.
Ball,
Thank you for the Super Bowls. Thank
right,
you.
right. No, I give you that. I give you that. But and absolutely, he won some Super Bowls. He's a great coach. No one's going to take that away from him, right? But the right after the game was over, right? You already know right now. At least Mike Tomlin is safe for the time being, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. But all of a sudden, we get right to the interview with Lamar, and I'm only going to play a clip. You're not going to hear any audio. I'm just going to play this clip. But during this interview, Lamar's asked a question about, hey, Jim Harbaugh,
Yeah,
you know,
Lamar knew.
you hearing about potentially him not being a part of the 2020. I'm paraphrasing, but he could be let go and fired as the head coach. What is your thoughts on
I
that?
got too much. I got too much on my
I got too
mind. I
much
got
in my
too much on
mind.
my mind. Can't think right now.
Yeah,
That's an answer of knowing. In my estimation, I don't have no facts. I don't. I'm not inside their organization. I'm an outside fan, but to me, I can't think right now. Oh my God, I got too much on my plate. I just finished being shocked from the kick and all that stuff. All he had to do is say, "That is my man. We have our disagreement," or he didn't have to say that. All he
right,
had to say is, "I would love for him to come back and let's try to get this done." I believe he was told. My opinion only, no facts. I believe he was told that, and he knew after this it was either he get it done or song or dance was coming. And just that fast, I believe before. And Lamar put on the show in the fourth quarter. So it wasn't let me lame a duck, lay down, because ain't nobody talking about his performance. Ain't nobody talking about Lamar performance because he battled. See, the criticism is the fumbling, the throwing interception, the falling on the ground, getting sacked with his ability. He balled out neck and neck with a premier Hall of Famer in Aaron Rodgers. That's why it ain't too much scope on Lamar. If they would have did that and say he couldn't get it done, he couldn't get it done. Well, he battled just like his tight end didn't make it happen. His kicker didn't make it happen. The year before, his tight end didn't make it happen. His wide receiver didn't make it happen. Job John Harbaugh can't coach and be on the field as well. But at the same time, some of them coordinators may have to go. They way of playing, they way of doing certain things. The league then caught up to it. Yes, please keep Henry. But
right. And
however it go, the league caught up to them and they got to have a new face, new style. It ain't washed. Kudos to John Harbaugh. Kudos and thank him. Bless
well,
him for
just well, just
everything he
to
did
just to make the
for the
official
team.
announcement, just in case you're living under a rock, John Harbaugh, as of today, has mutually parted ways. Right, not quote unquote fired, mutually parted ways with the Baltimore Ravens after 18 seasons. If I'm not mistaken, he has what, two Super Bowl victories.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
under
And
his
can I say something?
under his
Can I
tenure.
say something? The media, the main national media, gonna always put he's fired. The clickbait is fired. Is the national? I think believe he was protecting his coaching staff, and I'm assuming he was protecting his coaching staff, and he did the honorable thing. If I got to get rid of them, then I go with them, and then I got to let the whole bunch go because I don't think it was just him and gonna keep them. I think it is. I want my guys to go down with me. I want the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. It was like, nah, either you get rid of them or we're gonna have to get rid of you and we're gonna part ways. And that's how it is. I think it was they gave him that much respect to be a controlled separation, not a fired, as anybody say. Yes, resigning and parting ways is different from being fired. It's way different. It's a different kind of respect. from being let go and agreeing to part ways. Two different things.
No, I definitely agree. And like I said, shout out to him. I mean, the Harbaugh brothers are both Hall of Famers as far as coaching and everything. And they've been doing it. His brother right now, I think, is in the playoffs in the AFC with the Chargers right now, trying to do his thing. But Harbaugh had a great career, and like I said, I don't think it's over for him. He probably most likely will be coaching for another team. We'll talk about the coaching carousel
But
here
I
in a minute.
but I damn sure know this. I damn sure know this. Whoever replace him better bring a Super Bowl or get close to it, or be at a Super Bowl, lose it or win it. But they better get this team to a Super Bowl. Because if you needed to move on for whatever reason, and y'all don't even get to the playoffs, don't even get to uh, the next step before the Super Bowl, come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? That man is a great coach, great motivator. He just had some pieces around him. He need better pieces. The defense was kind of suspect up and down. The middle linebacker is in between. Let's keep it real. Y'all biggest hitters was y'all corners and safeties, and and
Yeah,
and y'all linemen. I don't know where the linebackers was at for the most part. They was doing their thing, but in spurts.
yeah,
The active players on the team was the safeties
yeah. I would
in the
definitely.
corners.
If I'm Bashadi, I'm definitely bringing a defensive minded head coach. You got to bring the Ravens defensive. You got to bring that identity back. Ravens defense has always been built through the defense. And then, of course, bring a really clever offensive coordinator that could work with
For
Lamar.
Lamar skill
But,
and
but,
with
but,
Henry.
but, but, next topic is this is the thing. Lamar right now has $29 million left in guaranteed money by through next year, right? Next year, for both 2026 and 2027, he's going to hit a cap around 74 to $75 million. Now, anybody know, no team could really, that's just too much money, right? The smarter play will be to give him a long-term deal again to help with the cap, right? Especially if you're going to commit to him long term. It makes sense to getting a deal done this offseason. We all know Lamar represents himself. It's just basically him and his mother. But
And they,
at
and
the
they did a good job.
they did a good job. But at the end of the day, does Bashadi want to clean house completely? Now we don't know. He got rid of the coach.
I'm telling you one thing. I'm telling you one thing. If he do, it'll be a sad day. But Miami will be for the pick. Well, half of the NFL with contract quarterbacks and everything. Don't
Uh,
let everybody sit in the dark. Let that man become trade bait and see
if
what happens. See
if
what the dominoes fall.
if look, it ain't just the Dolphins, and I get it because Lamar don't want another rebuild. But if I'm the Raiders, if I'm a whole, because to me the Raiders got to rebuild, right? If I'm the Raiders, if I'm a lot of teams that need a quarterback, why not? Why not put all your chips in, get a sure thing? Because you don't know what you're going to get out. I know right now it's Mendoza, who had a great college football player game. You got the other dude from Oregon. Great quarterbacks, but they're going to be rookies. They haven't been battle tested. This is a two-time MVP. You know this dude is nice. When he's healthy, he's unstoppable. They haven't had the best offensive line. He's getting hurt because he's not getting protected. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose them, but the cap is the cap. But they're about to get I think either next month or something like that with the TV deal. Each team get 425
Yeah,
million.
yeah. The money gonna go up.
That's
Yeah.
not counting the ticket sales, the merch sales, and all that. So it go up. They got to fit the pocket because that's supposed to go up too. Because you can't stay the same. You're gonna stretch it out for the ability of this man. Get some more wide receiver pieces. Keep your tight ends because likely in '89, I believe is good. They need some offensive linemen. He shouldn't be touched that much.
Let
And I think the core is nice. They need another offensive coordinator, like you just said,
Right.
to mix it up a little bit, to give a little bit more pizzazz to the team. Is Zay Flowers or nothing else?
I know you prefer him to stay, and I want him to stay in Baltimore. But 0 being he's not going anywhere, 10 being is a high chance he's going somewhere. Where you at on the scale from 0 to 10?
5. 5. I gotta stay. I gotta because the business they firing coaches. They talking about Deadly Monday. Phew. It feel like Crooked Tuesday. It feel like Crooked Tuesday because the simple fact is what's being negotiated now and what's being done. They walking them out the building. Now, some of these coaches that got let go the year ago or the year two ago, they need to bring some coaches was unfairly fired 2 years ago because they was left with nothing. Because with the way it's going down now, Glenn should be fired, which I don't want him to be fired for the Jets, but they was super trash. But you know what I mean? But
Right.
he had nothing to work with. He had a starter that wasn't even a third stringer. I'm sorry, that man. Then all due respect to him, that man then bought himself out the NFL not for long with his game. And then the consummate pro, all he could do is be a good backup at this point. Taylor, he's a good backup at this point. He is an emergency piece to get him
Yeah,
through a couple of games.
I
To
agree.
leave him as the starting quarterback, it ain't happening. All due respect to him, he's a just good role piece that always. He's just like Winston without the interceptions.
Or Bridgewater. I think
Yeah,
Bridgewater,
yeah.
him. I think
Either,
all three of
yeah,
those dudes are solid
yeah,
backups. That you can have
yeah,
around for years. Tyrod
yeah.
Taylor's another one.
Yeah,
Um.
Tyrod Taylor is who I'm talking
Oh,
about for the
talking about.
Jets.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
when
yeah.
he got the starting gig after he sat down, the boy, he didn't look nothing like he was from Ohio State when he was on Pittsburgh and when he went to the Jets.
Right, right, right.
Oh my God. It was
No,
just like you should have stayed on Pittsburgh if you was gonna play like that. You would have came behind Aaron Rodgers. You didn't need to leave. Your pride to do what? They knew you was hot garbage. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can't run from the truth. Football is the equalizer of all. It will expose anything you trying to hide, whether it's sabotaging by the coaches or where a bum player needs to be out the NFL. NFL, not for long if you are trash.
No, that's definitely real. I can't even I'm definitely in agreement with you on that one. Um Now I would say this. Um Before we get to another coach that we're happy got fired, there is one that I wasn't too happy about, and that's gonna be Raheem Morris. And
Yeah, me neither. I think old man needs to sit down and let his
hold on.
grandson or his son do that for him because did not really give him a shot between the new quarterback and the other quarterback that's uh, been taking money for a long time and ain't
Yeah,
produced nothing.
I
He got a
it,
fair deal, a
it's
raw deal.
he got a raw deal because my whole thing was I don't think he picked. He didn't pick. He's more of a defensive minded coach. He didn't pick the quarterback. I mean, come on, that was the GM, that was the owner. They all picked that quarterback. You got Cousins there who, even though he could have some games where he's
Ain't
killing it,
nobody cousin. He's straight
he's
trash.
trash. So it's like, give him another year. If you see that the quarterback you got ain't working, he had a lot of injuries. There was other injuries. They rallied and won what 4 games in a row. Like, come on, man.
And I didn't know that was because of the running back. You give that, yes, Kirk Cousins did an admirable job in pursuing and doing play action and getting what he could get. But the running back, number 7, was just elite for that
Robinson is a
point.
beast.
And
Yeah,
Robinson is a beast. But I hope he get another coordinator job or a job somewhere else because he didn't get the respect he deserved. It was
Nah,
a deal breaker. Every coach gonna get their money still,
I'm
but
I'm
to
telling
blame
you.
him for their losses, he ain't on the field. He put them in right positions, missing tackles, blown coverage, everything. So it's kind of sad all the way around. It's different from being sabotaging and getting players to get into your negative mix to help sabotage another player. We're gonna get into that later. That person deserved to be fired. I ain't gonna mention the name, but everybody know who I'm talking about. This
Yeah,
wasn't that deal.
yeah. Because Matt, see, the thing is, what happened with Atlanta? Somebody made a pitch. This decision was made way before the season ended. I think because if I'm not mistaken, they're kind of like semi Hall of Fame of the Falcons quarterback. Matt Ryan got promoted to president. You got another dude, some lawyer dude, whoever the hell he is, he got promoted even higher. They must have pitched something to Arthur Blank. Yo, this ain't working out. We got another strategy. Let us run it. Let's clean house with this
Yeah, cause
GM,
he
whatever.
old now. He don't.
Yeah,
He's down there. He's shaking on the ground. I mean, due respect to the man, he treat his fans great. And
yeah,
you've been there.
yeah.
Price is not over the
Price,
world.
yeah,
You know
he's
what I
really
mean?
good
You
to his
could you can
fans.
enjoy yourself. You
Yeah.
could jam there. He really do the people right. But at the same time, what they see, Matt Ryan was not all that. He didn't even do what Vic did. He had a spark here and there. He blew some things, and back to that P word is something else, boy.
Yeah, yeah. We're going it's
I'm gonna leave
sad.
that alone,
I
but
leave it
that
alone.
P word is something else,
He got a
and
he
it
got a
shouldn't
raw
because
deal.
they not.
Yeah, he got a raw deal. He's definitely one of the coaches that I was really upset that lost his job. We're gonna talk about a whole lot more coaches, but we got to talk about the one that I think a lot of people was happy about because it was time for him to go, and that's Kevin Stefanski. Uh, it was definitely time for him to go. I don't care about these people keep telling you he's two-time coach of the year, whatever. My thing is Shador. It's just in general. I just think you had two miserable seasons. You only had 8 wins in 2 years,
Yes,
and
yes.
you had talent on that team on defense. You could have did a better strategy. With a defense that good, would it rank number 2 by the end of the year? With a defense that good, you can't tell me that you can't formulate some sort of strategy on offense to get something going. You played around with playing with a quarterback that had no business starting for your team in Dylan Gabriel. He should have never been drafted. You Shador is raw. He's a rookie. And I hate all the criticism Shador get. I've criticized him a little bit as far as his progressions, right? But at the end of the day, he's a rookie. And you got a
And he
team that
started
sucked
base from nothing.
from nothing. You didn't give him no reps. You treated him like whatever, like he wasn't even a quarterback on your team. And some people say, "Oh, that's like that for fifth rounders." Bull
It
crap.
don't not like
You
that.
had a third round quarterback starting. He should have been the other dude. You got rid of your other two vets. Why is he not getting no reps? What are you doing? Oh, I got to save it all for Dylan. Dylan needs to develop. Newsflash: Dylan get hurt, you gonna put in Shador Raw. So I just feel like if they handled the offseason better, and they actually saw what their eyes, because we heard it in camp. People, the beat writers in camp was saying, "Yo, Shador is light years better than Dylan." Right? Mind you, these ain't people that's biased. They don't like Shador like that. They don't care for Shador. But they was like, you clearly see the difference. One dude could see over the line, the other dude can't. But regardless, this dude stick with his convictions, went with the shorter dude, and it was a disaster. Shador came in, did whatever he could do. They won a few games, but at the end of the day, it's such a raw deal. He needs to go, and I get it. Not to just come at him like that. Any coach that coached for the Browns, good luck. It's where your career goes to die, if I'm being honest. But anyway, he had to go because he's well beloved in the NFL. His father's well respected as an executive, I think, in the NBA. you know, whatever. He's gonna wind up getting another job. So it is what it is. There's nothing personal with the guy, but he had to go. Your thoughts on it?
It's nothing personal, but he acted like a spoiled kid with a toy that he didn't want to play with, and he wanted to play with the other little toy. He had two robots. He had a third string robot and a fifth string robot. He let the fifth string robot practice with the janitors and play his fifth string, sixth string, and let the other one mess around. Because Shador was standing around Flacco and Kenny Pickett and all that, it wasn't the sight that everybody thought they said. They thought that he was getting a real shot, but he was just watching as a spectator. He ain't getting no first team reps, and everybody acted shocked because everybody following their own team. Everybody don't really get around to going to other camps and look at other things. So the national media was saying whatever the Browns media say had to be true. And whatever New York media say, it have to be true. If you haven't laid your eyes on it, and if you haven't went to their practices, and they need to stop. If you're gonna say I wasn't there. I'm speculating on what I heard. Y'all only countering on what y'all heard. And
Right.
if the person has an agenda and the agenda is negative, y'all ran with it like it was the truth. Dan Orlovsky and other top ESPN ran with it, which they shouldn't have ran with it. Even Rex Ryan ran with it. He shouldn't have ran with it. They too good in their profession to be just running with stuff, and you have no real input on the factual. Now they quiet as a mouse where they was wrong and they don't know how to retract it, so they just go on about their business. What happened to the smoke? Where's the fire to put it back? And you ain't got to apologize to the man, but listen, say you was wrong on your I got to
Right.
stop getting these notations from people because these people have an agenda for this said person, not getting facts on such person. They have an agenda for such person, so they're gonna speak ill will with no proof to nobody else. They won't show you how the practices go. So how they know what Shador is doing? You know what I'm saying? So that came out, and they just on this side of the country saying Shador ain't good. That's why he dropped to the no. Everybody know what happened. All right, he a fifth rounder. He had to get his stuff out the mud. That's why he's glorified. The man is appreciative by all. When you don't like the young brother for what his daddy did, which I don't think his daddy did anything wrong, because of his belief, because he loved to praise God and all that stuff, it's something really wrong with you. It's past racism. It's really past racism. It's straight hatred. You know what I mean? Because there's no need for that in football. There's no need for that in America. You understand? Some of these people think they have the right because you was born a certain race. It's no need for that. We should all get along. But you know, when you keep that opponent, people don't want to deal with you. After a while, nobody ain't gonna want to deal with you. And that's gonna be a lonely world for a lot of people.
And you know what's funny? For all the people that just, you can't. The dude didn't ask for stardom. He was born into it. He's a coat from his dad. He's gonna have a little swag. He's gonna talk a certain way that you're not used to someone talking. But he's respectful. He never say anything bad about anybody.
And
Yet,
where'd that come from?
right,
Where'd the smoke that he this, he that? Look what happened. I'm not gonna blame it on God that they fired the Giants coach and that they fired the Cleveland coach. I'm not gonna blame that on God. You know what I'm saying? But when you lying leads up to more lying, leads up to the truth. And when the truth come, you get fired for your lies. When the truth come, you get fired from your lies. It's just like a lazy worker at work. You can be lazy all you want. But when the company gets tired of you, you got to wait with it so long. Then you're like, what am I doing? They ain't got enough videotape to show you haven't been doing sugars for the last couple of years. So out the door you go.
Yeah, he had to go. He was
Same
there.
thing.
He was there for 6 seasons. Like I said, it was time. They needed to go in a new direction. Surprisingly, they kept the GM. The GM does have a really great relationship with the owner. It's obvious. And
And he was spot on in his picks.
yeah,
He
his
was
at
spot
least
on in his
he
picks.
has been. And if he was, I mean,
Except except the third round pick. And nothing against Dylan Gabriel, nothing against him. Manage your finances, but well, everybody, even me, manages finances because that starting role, you might as well look at the practice squad, bro. Because between Shador and Watson, yeah, you third stringer, you with the practice squad.
yeah,
Get your game on.
ain't nobody giving him a shot. They wrote
You
him
know what I
off
mean?
already.
That's reality. Everybody saw it. Y'all had an agenda. You know what I mean? From the Oregon coach to you, Stefanski, y'all all cool. That was his quarterback. Y'all have the same agent. It was just too much. The linemen doing certain things in certain games. It's just not 68 Robinson. There's a bunch of them that was doing certain things loyal to Stefanski. A lot of stuff got exposed. It's on tape. It ain't
Right.
even in the locker room. What it was behind closed doors, nobody will never know. But the footage is on tape. Each and every team they played, how they attacked Shador. And they need this ain't no mercy rule for Shador. The evidence was there. He had to get his game, start his ability, his talent out the mud. He gave him nothing to start with. He already have a questionable offensive line, questionable receivers, hell of a tight end, hell of a two running backs, Junkins and Sampson. You understand? Two receivers, Tillman and Bond. Whoo! Yes, yes. Judy is a mixed bag with that. But as a whole, he had everything but an offensive line, across the board. When his number one center got hurt, boom, after that, the shambles and all this diving to the floor. Check the tape. Everybody go back in the season. If you can get it, check the tape. It'll show you what was going on, and it's going to all come out interim. He has his hands dirty. That's why he was let go. He might be a beautiful husband, beautiful man. But as far as the treatment of Shador in that type of manner to teach him a lesson, however the NFL did, however he did, was wrong. Was so wrong. Nobody else did it. And you knew you had a star because why would they be talking to a fifth round draft pick, the media in his face all the time? And thank you, Lord, he know how to talk to the media. He know
Yeah,
how to address the media. He
he
know
do.
even you was shaming him, he still was bigging you up. And your pride wouldn't see the man is holding you down while you putting him down.
Yep.
That's why at
And,
this point you deserve to be fired.
yep. And I would say this: the NFL know that Shador's a star. They actually posted it today, a full NFL on NFL site. They pushed the full highlight for Shador's all Shador's highlights for the season. Come on, they a fifth rounder, right? They're only
Come
doing
on,
that
man.
because
Come on,
they
man.
know that because he's a
That's a
star.
blessing.
Yeah,
A blessing you had.
yeah.
And you
But
did the wrong thing as a person. Whatever your feelings personally towards, it was about the team, the Browns organization. It wasn't about your personal needs. That's where the fans get it wrong. It's about the organization to get W's, not about your personal needs. A
and
lot of players on teams, 53-man roster, don't get along. Don't think everybody get along. It don't football don't work like that.
and I'm gonna
I
say
played all
this.
the way up to semi-pro. It don't work like that. Some dudes you don't like, but when the ball is kicked off, y'all become as one, and y'all ball out. Y'all might not even celebrate together. And you go celebrate over here. Sometimes it don't break things on the team. But you as the head coach got to be better than what the teammates do. They're going to come together and play. They played their ass off. You wouldn't think they had any problem with each other because they went out there and played, and he won with his team. They won them last two games against one guaranteed Hall of Famer and one soon to be Hall of Famer.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers is guaranteed. Joe Burrow will be a Hall of Famer. Win a Super Bowl or not, he will be a Hall of Famer. And that rookie beat him with his team. He had what the cook went. He had one loaf of bread and a glass of water, and he fed the team a victory. That's nothing but
Yeah.
God's work right there,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. Well, and we'll leave it at, and yeah, absolutely, I agree with you, and we'll leave it at that. You know, I mean, he definitely had to go. We don't know what's going to happen next year, for Shador and the team. We do know that the GM did put it out there that they are looking for a quarterback to solidify their future. He's not ruling out Shador, but he's not ruling out going out there and getting a vet, and we'll see. The Browns overall is a tough franchise, and I would just say this, and we're gonna move on. Uh, I can't stand the Brown fans. Y'all have no position. Like, we could talk Ravens, Eagles, a whole bunch of. We got championships. We got glory on our names. Y'all have nothing but Jim Brown. So the fact how they just, I mean, you used to see some of these radio shows on YouTube and how they just dissect everything like they got any real opinion that matters. Oh, we know that they understand what's going on in the quarterback room. Do they really? What has proven that they know anything? So I'll leave it at that. Just tired of that franchise. But
Can I say one more
what's
thing
up?
to that? I'm going to just say this. You had a blessing come before you, and I'm going to say you didn't take care of your home. Cleveland was your home for the most part in the regular season. You messed up and just threw away a good quarterback for the year. He balled for you at all costs, and he almost lost his sanity, a spiritual break. But the team rallied around him and said, "Don't lose yourself." That's why he was able to come back out and get it done. He said it in his speech when he his post game speech, and that's the beauty of him. He said it, and he wanted you to understand that all he do is want to be loved, respected, and trusted, and that's all he was asking for.
And yeah,
All that
he
other stuff Cleveland doing is a shame. It's a shame. It's a
yeah,
shame.
it's unnecessary. And like I said, Shador will continue to develop. I think if anything, just the and Shador is already humble, and I'm pretty sure his father's in his ear. His one of his close friends, his quarterback coach, is in his ear. He's gonna develop. He learned quickly. The NFL is not college, right? He learned like, yo, they move. Everybody's fast, right? They did the how they disguise defenses and stuff like that. Shador mentioned it, so he's gonna develop. He's gonna learn. I hope him and old Ward spend some time in the all season, continue to get stronger, faster, better. And like I said,
That
we'll see what.
that drive, last minute, 1 minute and 22 seconds. That drive and was no lineman that he was used to. All made up linemen, third string, third or fourth string center. It wasn't even a center. He made work with. That's mean he's a diamond in the rough. And you had to understand that when he was hitting, even Jerry Judy had two catches and one he almost dropped. But he was hitting Bond, he was hitting people, and he was moving his feet around. He's more athletic than y'all gave him credit for. Please, please, let's go forward, Cleveland, and just accept him and honor him for what he do for y'all and leave all that other crazy stuff alone.
Yep, absolutely.
Leave
I
that
definitely
alone.
agree.
Let's move forward, son.
I'm Yeah, we definitely spent some more time on that subject than
Yeah,
anything.
because
But yeah,
it's
yeah,
like the good brother at the barber shop. He say that was nasty work.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I definitely would mention, there's 7 total head
G.
coach losses
Bush.
this year. We already mentioned the 2, right? We mentioned John Harbaugh lost his job. We also mentioned Raheem Morris. Uh, who else was Kevin Stefanski, but also Pete Carroll for the Las Raiders was also fired after 1 season. And to me, he should have never got the job in the first place.
No, they shouldn't have fired the first coach.
Yeah, they should have never let Antonio Pierce go. He got robbed. You also had Jonathan Gannon, Arizona Cardinals, was fired. Brian Daboll was fired, right? The Giants coach, and Brian Callahan, the Tennessee Titans. So you got 7 open head coaching positions out there right now. Obviously, you still got the playoffs. We're about to talk about that in just a second. But right now, which is crazy, top head coach candidates right now, ranked with a lot of people, is Kevin Stefanski. Probably has a good
No,
chance
it's
to.
not. It's Harbaugh.
I'm just saying what they were saying. Harbaugh's definitely up there now. So it's Kevin, Harbaugh.
It's,
You also have
oh my God.
Jeff Haley, the Packers defensive coordinator, as a top candidate. I could see Mike McCarthy. Even though he never really got to the promised land with the Dallas Cowboys, he had 3 seasons with they
No,
regardless he had 3
I
seasons with
can't.
13 wins.
No, I can't because he didn't show no goof tonight. He just out there coaching, being. No,
I
I don't
get
see.
it.
I don't see it. I don't
Once
see it.
again, we only got one minority owner. These owners are gonna pick what they know, right? They billionaires. They don't got time to think. Whatever what he did with the Dallas Cowboys, yeah, go ahead, get him. And that's pretty much what's going to come down to. You also got Chris Shula, Rams defensive coordinator. Yes, he's definitely a top candidate. He turned the way how he got them Rams defense playing. Absolutely. Brian Flores, the Vikings DC.
And
Absolutely.
the Bills' offensive coordinator.
Yes, that's another big one. Oh, and of course, this was a surprise. This actually was just announced right before our show. Cliff Kingsbury.
What?
Mutually parted ways with the Washington Commanders.
What? Oh, that's go. Ravens, go get him. Ravens, go get him. Ravens, no, he parted ways. That's their coach. That's their coach.
You think behind the scenes? You think
That's their
behind the scenes?
coach. That's their coach.
Because
That's
to
the new
me,
Ravens coach. That's the new Ravens coach.
yeah, I don't know. That came out of nowhere because here's the thing. What he did with the Washington Commanders is awesome. You can't look at this year. They were injury. Everybody was hurt. They lost everybody. But last year, come on, man. That dude is, to me, I look at his mind as an OC like how I look at
Bruh.
Shanahan.
Yes,
So,
let's get him.
yeah.
I didn't know he was available. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So,
Pashadi, let's go, baby. Let's go.
So
Let's go. Let's snatch him up. And you got to give Lamar that extension. Give Lamar that extension. And Kingsbury, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get his home. Get his mansion ready. Get his mansion ready. Come on now. Kingsbury. You heard it here on the Birdhouse Sports Show. I know who he lost. Only one bird is alive right. We recovering. We recovering. That was last year mess. We get Kingsbury. We looking upward. He go out and get a defensive coordinator. That's a phenomenon. And he be the head coach and the offensive coordinator and have an offensive assistant that he can relay his message through. Yes, let's get it done.
It's either him, if y'all can get him. If not, I would say the DC for the Rams or Brian Flores. You rather got to bring an offensive mind or a really good defensive-minded coach.
I'd rather
That's my
go with the offensive mind. We could hire a defensive coordinator. We could take the coordinator from the 49ers and bring him to the he know what it is to get, because the Jets was nice before they did that bull crap on their
yeah.
defense. And even though the 49ers got a lot of hurt guys, the 49ers still played very well when what's his name kept going down and they had to go with the backup quarterback. The 49ers defense was keeping them in it. And Salas, I think his name is Salas.
Oh, I know you're
He was
talking
the
about.
Jets whole
Yeah,
head
yeah, yeah,
coach.
yeah. He's another
Yeah,
one.
Robert Salas,
Yeah, Silas,
right?
I believe. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
I
another
believe
one.
he'll be a good defensive coordinator, because I think not going backwards, but I think Harbaugh stepped down because they wanted to get rid of his coordinators, and he said, "Nah, I'm not going to do that." He spent 18 years. He's sitting on enough. He's an honorable man. Gonna miss
Ooh,
him on the sideline,
they
but things move forward. That's that's
yeah
that's how it
they, they,
changes.
they
Life
mentioned it.
changes all.
That's true. They're mentioning Vince Joseph as a candidate who's the Broncos defensive coordinator, and then you mentioned the dude already, Joe Brady, the Bills offensive coordinator. So anyway,
And you know what? And you know he gonna sneak. You ain't even say nothing about. And I'm shocked. Brian Leftwich need to be. I don't know what's up with the NFL with this dude. This dude is a good. He was a good quarterback for a little while, and he's a hell of a offensive coordinator. I don't know why he can't get a shot.
I don't know either.
I
I
don't know what's the spoon with him, man. I know he a brother, but somebody need to hire that brother, man. And he ain't, Prime gave him a shot, but he's a backup ex assistant, and he should be in the NFL as an elite offensive coordinator if he can't get a head coaching job.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either. But definitely, please, y'all, tune into the news because every day it could be some more firings tomorrow. It's getting
It's crazy. They
crazy.
talking about terrible Mondays,
Crooked
robbery Tuesdays,
robbery,
because
crooked Tuesday.
yes, bro, it's going down. It's crazy in the NFL, stealing all headlines around all sports. Don't even talk about. I love my Lakers. I'm a Laker fan. I love my LeBron. Don't even talk about sports right now. Please, any other sport. It's going crazy in the NFL.
It is,
Crazy.
and I'm sorry. I'll say this again. The NBA is doing great. NBA is growing digitally. I did look at the numbers, but they
No, they
can't.
doing
They
well.
doing well, yeah, especially in the
No
digital
team,
space.
not even baseball is beating the NFL right
Nah,
now.
you could put the NBA, the MLB, hockey all together. They won't equal to like a Sunday night football game. It's
No.
just, it's yeah. NFL
It's
owns
it's
America,
it's it's love. I love the sports. You know what I mean? I love the sports. I love majority sports,
right?
but ain't nothing like drama in the NFL. Ain't nothing like what's going on right now in the potential regular off season already. Less than 48 hours. Fireworks. It ain't even the 4th of July. And it's pop, 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 pop,
Popping,
pop
popping,
all
right?
over the place.
So
It's
let's.
crazy.
It is crazy. Let's go ahead and flip it real quick. Want to give this man his honors. Um, I do. You know what I mean? Oh, give me a sec. I don't know what happened there, but I
It's all
gotta.
right.
We gotta give our man.
They saw a glimpse. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
We gotta give our man Miles
Yes.
Garrett some love. I don't know what's going on with the graphics, but anyway, we're gonna give Miles Garrett some love here. He did break the single season sack record. He finally got 23. He was able to get a sack on Joe Burrow, who he sacked the most, and probably in his career. And shout out to him. I did see what's the name's what was it? Straight hand.
I heard. I saw it too.
Yeah,
He
you know,
said, he did it in this many games,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
he was
I
just joking. He honored him
Yeah,
though.
he honored him. Yeah, he did it in 17 games. So some people put an asterisk, but regardless, he did it in 17. At the end of the day, you got to break it. He got 23,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
and
And if the Steelers wouldn't have ran around and avoided him other than playing the football game and let things naturally happen, they probably would have beat the Browns. But once again, they
and
beat the Browns because they was doing avoid him day, which is that's the point of it. But they was really it seemed funny, but they had an agenda not to let him sack Aaron Rodgers.
and I think too, what was really impressive was, if I'm not mistaken, he still did something amazing. He did it under less opportunities to get a sack. So I think he was ran on way more than Strahan and the other guys were. So he had less chances to get a sack than
And
the
he
other
was
people.
he was double blocked and triple blocked
All of
more than
that,
any other
anybody,
defensive man.
right?
Yeah,
It was like they didn't even
yeah.
want to get the record. It's like, look, just play the normal game. If he gets you, he gets you. It's like they were so focused on taking him out the game. But anyway, he
Which
did his
that
thing.
is a catch 22. That
Two,
is the strategy, but at the same time, y'all can't focus on it. Y'all got to get where y'all got to go to beat them. And
right?
some teams did. Most teams beat them, but the last two opponents in their division didn't beat them, and that's kudos to him and the
Yeah,
defense, and kudos to Shador to working with his pieces. I say pieces because majority of those people that would have probably scored the score with him was scored with the competition of the Bengals and the Steelers. They was out injured.
yeah, absolutely. No, you right on. And I had to, So once again, shout out to him for breaking the record. He's definitely gonna be first ballot Hall of Fame. I think he got like 120, 130 sacks already. He got at least another 4 or 5 years left in him, easy. And he gonna rack up. He's first ballot without even question. He's going to Canton, Ohio. Um, but I had to show my Eagles some love here. You know what I mean? Got to show my Eagles some love. We're gonna go ahead and pivot real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about the playoffs. Um, one of us made it. But we're gonna um, we're gonna talk about the playoffs. But right here,
Not needed to mention.
so right here, the playoffs have begun. Right now, the number one seed in the AFC is Denver, and then followed by you have New England Patriots. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who won a division. What they finished with 14-3, crazy, or 13-4. It's crazy.
And they did that without Hunter. You
Without
know what I
Hunter,
mean? Because that head coach is real. He
yeah,
saw something real. And when he come back, they're gonna be even more
they're gonna
dangerous.
be a beast.
Yeah, they're gonna be because everybody they got people gotta remember, even though you breaking down the playoff schedule and all that, people don't know after the season is over with, the Super Bowl is won, teams go shopping. So you might not have the same cats you had on the team. A lot of free agents on all these teams, and the
Right.
teams got to try their best to keep them. And
Yeah.
sometimes the budget don't work like that.
Nah, that's definitely true, and that's definitely true, and I'm hoping when they use Hunter, they use Hunter right, the correct way next year,
This
and
time,
yeah, this time,
not this way they started with him because
right,
it was
right,
BS.
it was crazy. So, but if you look at everything, you got, of course, Pittsburgh, unfortunately. Shout out to my boy, congrats on them, they made it. They're going to be playing Houston. You got the Chargers going to be going down to Jacksonville, and you got Buffalo traveling up to New England. I think Buffalo won the second game, but lost the first game. That's going to be a great matchup.
I thought Buffalo was playing. I
No,
thought
they.
Buffalo was playing Jacksonville.
Oh, you know what? You know what? You're right. This chart just shows where they're seeding, but some reason it's not showing the correct matchups. I think this was one
Yeah.
matchup.
Just
So yeah,
take that
yeah,
off. Take
yeah.
that off.
I'm gonna take that down then. So
Yeah.
So right now we have what we got on on Saturday, right? We got the Rams traveling to the Panthers. I actually got to do babysitting duties for my boy. Me and my wife gonna help him out. Him and his wife, they're gonna go to the Panthers game here and see the Rams play. Um, you also, I clearly got the Rams winning that. It's not even a competition, to be honest. You got another great game on Saturday. You got Packers and Bears. Honestly, anybody could win that game. They literally have each other's number. On Sunday, yes, you got the Buffalo Bills traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll be honest. I think I got the Jags in that game.
I do
Uh,
too. I do
and,
too. Because
and then
Buffalo
what's up?
defense is somehow went left.
Yeah, yeah, they did. They definitely did. And
I don't know
then,
what's up with that.
unfortunately, my head coach decided to sit all my players week 18, and we could have beat the Commanders, but we didn't. Since we didn't beat the Commanders, we're now the third seed. Well, we could have played the Packers, but whatever. We're now going to be playing the 49ers. The 49ers is coming to visit us. We're going to take care of business. We don't really care who we play. We got to take care of business. My biggest concern is my offense. My offense has been stinking. We got to play better. That's all I can say. You got the Chargers on Sunday night. They're going to be playing the Patriots. That's going to be a really great game, but I got the Patriots winning that by a landslide. You also got Texans on Monday night going to the Steelers. I'm going to say this. The Steelers may have gotten
No, the
past y'all.
Steelers going to the Texans.
No, the Texans go to the Steelers. Remember, divisional winners are home the first round.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. My
Yeah,
correction.
yeah.
Excuse me.
But
Yeah.
Texas is going to travel to the Steelers. You know what? The way how the Texas defense is playing, I
Oh my God.
I the
Oh
only
my
only
God.
thing is they need Stroud. They need that offense to move. If they can get that offense to move, I don't see the Steelers standing a chance. I'm be brutally honest. But they
No,
do get DK. They
I,
do get DK back. So they're gonna get
and
DK.
and the clown show got to stop. The clown show with all that. Rogers is good, but Rogers, they know they're gonna be leaning on one dude, and they're gonna watch tape on this game when Rogers got hot in the fourth quarter, and who did he decide to go to? So they're gonna pick their poison, and they also know that the running back number 30 for them, he plays some good football for the Steelers. They're gonna try to shut him down from getting off them runs. And if they box Rogers in, he gonna have a terrible game. All they do is get to put up 21 to something, and they got the Steelers because that then they're throwing under pressure. And Aaron Rodgers don't want to be in that mix like that.
Yep. No, definitely. Now we definitely gonna say I'm looking forward to it because it's just five. I told my wife I was like, man, it's 5 days straight of football. Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah, my
Sunday, and
wife was
Monday.
like, I thought you wasn't gonna watch no more.
Hey,
I
it's
said,
it's
Dave,
it's
I gotta watch it.
it's nonstop. And let's talk about Thursday and Friday. We're gonna switch. This will be our last topic here that we're gonna cover. We got college football, baby. Man, oh man, the playoffs have been amazing. Shout out to Miami, who took
Ah,
care of business
shit,
against Ohio State. Um, Indiana
Sean.
blew out Alabama.
Yeah,
But
I don't even want to get into them games.
right,
Sean, that Oregon, the speed they have, but that discipline Indiana have.
it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you like this. I'm sorry. Here's the amazing thing I would say about the Oregon and Indiana game. Both quarterbacks are projected to go 1 and 2 in the draft. So these are the top two quarterbacks. Now, mind you, even though the Indiana quarterback is now being rated the top pick, The Oregon quarterback has been a superstar since middle school. I'm just keeping it a buck. He nice. That's going to be a great game. But if I had to put my money on something, just how they beat those 4 and 5 star players in Alabama and beat them like they was a JV team in high school. They just look so meaty and strong up front and
No,
sound.
because you know why? You know when you can't, you just have it. You know when you have
Right.
it,
Yeah.
and you meeting opponents like you said, 5 star, 4 star recruits, and you make them look like they were 6 star, 1 star recruits and stuff like that. They so disciplined. It's like they're a military base with the freedom of being a civilian, and they tear teams up because they believe they work together like robots. When you see one player, you see another. It's like they don't waste no time. They ain't breathing. You know what I mean? They playing so good
They
together.
playing
That
good.
coach is. I see
Yo.
why they gave him a 10-year contract
Yo.
because they
You
knew the NFL is coming for him,
you
even though he got that 10-year contract.
I wish I had a photo of him.
Oh,
Yo.
he's stoic, ain't he? Ain't
Yo.
he stoic?
He
Face is
was
straight as yeah,
he was business.
yeah. He
And the
don't
thing
he
and
don't
the,
change. He don't smile.
what I liked about him, he was so focused. People just looked at his face. What it was, he was strategically looking constantly.
Looking what I
He
could
was
do
thinking
next to
ahead.
counter
Right.
this, counter that in
Oh,
real time.
whew.
Because of that, it's like that 10-year degree don't mean nothing. I'm telling you, these 7 NFL teams, I know college money is big money, but NFL money ain't no money to play with. It ain't no money to play with. And his agent gonna get called a thousand times over from these 7 teams. They think because that's new blood. That's
There's
something new.
there's rumors. It's funny you say that. There's rumors that if since Mendoza would be the first overall pick, and most likely the Raiders would draft him, that they would get Cinetti to take him as the head coach and bring him to the Raiders. The only downside to that is whoever takes the Raiders job, that's a 3 to 4 year rebuild.
Well, that's got to be in the contract. That
Right.
has to be on the contract with no way. If I look bad give me time. I need my pieces. I need to redirect the whole team. But he's taking no names and turning them into stars. These
Yeah.
are some cats from the portal that was top recruit somewhere else, but they not familiar with the national people, and they making a name for themselves right now.
It's a basketball
And
school. I mean, come on.
yeah,
Doing
but
it.
they changing that.
They
The
changing
portal
it.
opened. The alumni in Indiana opened up. See that money that's popping off in college football. They changing the scope. There's a lot of people going right now, and they recruiting office is trying to snatch up some new blood in there because they know a lot of their centers going, a lot of their pieces is going to be gone after graduation. I don't know if a lot of them going to the NFL, but there are a lot of them going to be graduating. Now, moving forward to this next one, as you will put, this is something crazy. When I talk about crazy, this is crazy. Lane Kiffin leave them for $91 million. Hmm. Loyalty or paper. but
Paper.
but paper over here. But anyway, but listen, I am inspired by Ole Miss. I am inspired by they hustle, they determination to have they running back coach. They running back coach because all other coaches committed with Lane Kiffin to LSU. Only the running back coach and some regular help out trainers is there with him to coach this game. It's on the players to come out that locker room and make it happen. It's on the place. So that type of dog, but they coming up to a tidal wave in Miami. I don't know what spilled in that water down in Miami, but the U, huh, my God, that defense is,
That
I
dude, now
was,
they
boy,
I don't
boy,
know his
boy.
name. Is it number 4? Now they say one of the big things against him, he has small arms for the NFL. I don't care. That dude, that defensive tackle, number 4 or I forgot his yo. That dude moves dudes out the way like tissue paper.
It
Yo,
don't need technique. Listen, everybody could downgrade somebody. Somebody always gonna throw a little hint and throw a little negative wave so people could leave him alone so he could drop to them. Cause a lot of these players right now from these 4 schools is gonna get picked up by the NFL and watch the negative press on them so they could drop, and then they find themselves being picked up in the first or second, late first round and early second round because people, that's the spill. Nobody's really gonna listen to them commentators, but what's his name? What's his name that was on Shador Heavy? Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper is going to be like the GOAT of anything being said going forward because he was spot on, spot on, spot on. Everybody else is suspect from this point. Everybody else from now on in the draft is suspect from this point
yep.
because the man told you and the man said, look at the outcomes, and every other quarterback is just, I like Dart. I didn't like him in the beginning, but I like Dart. But he was spot on with all the quarterbacks. And look how it turns out. God is good. God is good.
Yeah,
God
no,
is
most
good.
definitely. And I would say the only other quarterback that did shine, like I said, I'm still shocked to even say it, but it looked like
From
the Saints.
Saints.
The Saints look like they got their franchise quarterback. That dude been balling.
And that came after he put the other dude on the bench.
He benched Spencer Rattler. He put the rookie in, and that rookie
Yeah.
from day one balled out.
Wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing.
Wasn't
He
playing.
solidified the position. It's his now. It's
You
his
know what I
team.
mean?
So
And and then the Giants had owner. I don't know what he say. I don't know if it's being old or whatever the case might be. Articles always say hit or miss or whatever. He always every time something go wrong for the Giants, he regret not doing this, regret not doing. You own the team. All these owners own the team. You can do what you want to do. The head coach got to deal with what you put on the table. You go shopping for something. Yes, you let the head coach and the GM shop. But if you want something done, you own the team. You have the final say. If the head coach don't want to be there, it's going to be like a Monday, Tuesday, or anywhere. Anywhere. If the owner don't want it, he don't want it. If the owner want it, he going to get it. It's just like how Jerry play. Jerry letting Michael Parson go was personal, had nothing to do with football. Nothing to do with football
yeah, the
and what it
Giants.
cost him.
The Giants is easily going to be a defensive end or offensive line. They are, and then of course, early second round will be a wide receiver. You need another
Hey,
complement
do you
to
think the
Neighbors.
Giants' number one pick was a bust, or he got caught because he come to late practices? I think he didn't respect the chaos, and he was an
Who are you talking about?
undisciplined dude. Number 51,
Oh no, 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 no. I think
the
he was.
scheme and all that.
I think the scheme. I think he was just high on the money, high on his status. He has swagger.
Yeah,
I think that will be cleaned up with the right new head coach, with a tough head coach. You could put all that to bed. It's time to
yeah,
it's time to
because
earn your keep.
he came from a disciplined school, so
Yeah,
you
it's
got to
time
be
to earn your
disciplined.
keep. It's time to earn your
Yeah,
keep, especially if you because
or
you on your rookie deal. Even though it's good money because you got drafted high, it ain't the money you really want. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But you got to earn your keep.
Or it
but
will be not for long.
exactly. But I would say my prediction is Indiana is going to win this game. Uh, as much as I like the Ole Miss story, and yes, they will be the
Yeah,
Cinderella story
yeah,
because
but the U gonna beat the
the
bricks
U.
off
I
them.
think I got the U winning it,
I'd
and
be shocked. I'd be shocked though. I'm telling you right now, if Ole Miss do this, it's because of it's because of that negative spirit when that man jumped ship on them.
I can't see the Ole Miss winning. You know the reason why? Yo, all the coaches that helped them in the first playoff game, they at LSU. They only got because he need them. They're recruiting right now over the next 2 weeks. It's recruiting time. They only
But
have
not too many people. Ole Miss got a lot of people that live in Mississippi.
right.
Nobody. They was just talking about this. I ain't stealing no coverage, but they was talking about this on First Take. That it's hard to go to Ole Miss. It's hard because of a minority player in Mississippi is very hard. It's very hard, even though they go out there and ball. A lot of people that live in that state don't see it that way because they ball out and they live what you used to. But it's very hard in Mississippi for a lot of people. On the serious side, no pun, no jokes about it. It's very hard that a lot of things has changed, but a lot of things remain the same.
Remain the same. And
And
West
and
Virginia
and
had
and,
that
and
same issue.
that's
West
huh?
Virginia had that same issue. Even I've heard
Yeah,
it gotten better. They've fixed a lot of issues with West Virginia over time. But West Virginia
yeah,
had that same reputation
yeah.
and
So
stuff like that.
I say West Virginia, yeah.
Yeah.
Um and I say just I hope they give a good outing because they deserve whatever they deserve. And he wanted to recruit in LSU is wide receiver U, just like Ohio State is wide
Right.
receiver U.
Right.
But the real U is Miami. Huh, them boys been playing. That defense been not no joke. And the offense is steady, putting up points, battling, doing their thing. They're gonna get recognized either way. However it turns out, I think it's gonna be Miami and Indiana for the national title.
Yeah. No, most
And I don't
definitely.
have no predictional scores. This is must see TV. This ain't about predictional scores or whatever. I don't have no prize picks or whatever, FanDuel, whatever. I have none of that for you. But I would say I got I got Miami and I got Indiana as victors, and they'll be in the national championship.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that. But other than that, y'all, I definitely hope y'all enjoyed this show. Please make sure y'all subscribe. Appreciate you guys hanging in with us. I know we wasn't on for a while, but we're gonna continue bringing you content. Other than that, Happy New Year, by the way. You have anything you want to share before we get out of here?
Yes, this was a banger. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Happy New Year's. Thank God I'm still here. Appreciate everything. To all the people that's sick, any illness you got with you, please go to your doctor, get healthy. Always pray that someone gets well. Just be smart about yourself for 2026. Try to stay positive. Try to look forward to each year coming forward. And please make your doctor appointments, people. Please. Thank you. That's
Absolutely.
all. But this is crazy work. Crazy work.
I,
That's I'm
I,
marking G Bush because he make me laugh sometimes on the barbershop
yeah, but he
podcast.
be
But
saying that. He be saying that
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah. It's crazy
Yeah,
work.
crazy
Crazy
work.
work. He make me laugh. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
but
We
other than
good. We
that,
good.
but definitely appreciate y'all as always, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.
Peace.